I finally got my hands on this bad boy here. Having my hands on this thing after so long of seeing it in E3, after the years of scalping too, just with all that hassle of people buying and selling the consoles for so much more than they're worth, I wasn't even into getting into next gen at first because of that. That's why I got my hands on this last year. This thing saved me because it was cheap as hell. It's crazy that you can get into next gen gaming for so cheap. Like, so small too. This thing is so cool. But today's video is not about that. Today's video is about this thing. The look of this console is wild. It's one of the biggest consoles we've ever seen from Xbox, if not the biggest. The Xbox Series X is a beefy console. It actually is almost exactly what it sets out to be. It's an Xbox. It's a box. Okay, but it's pretty damn big. I'm not gonna lie. I love the look of it though. Now, how does this compare to the Series S, you ask? Series X is a lot bigger than the Series S, and that's what I love about the Series S though. Like, it's really small. It gets you into next gen gaming at a cheaper price, but with no disk drive, not as powerful, so it's not as big. The Series X is a beast. Now, how does this compare to an Xbox 360? Well, it's pretty much the same height, but it's really thick. Yeah, it's a thick ass console, but it's got a super sleek design compared to the Xbox 360. That just really goes to show what era we're in. The super minimalistic look, like with all the company logos, and now we're seeing it with consoles as well. Even sitting on its side, it still looks pretty damn cool. But I just love the look of it standing up way more. The vents at the top just makes so much more sense. The look of the Series X, I'm seriously gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's near perfect. What stops it from being a 10, you may ask? Well, the truth is, it's not a true box. It's a rectangle. You can't say it's a box. You get the idea. It's really clean. It's a sleek design. It's not like really complicated. Like, no offense, but to what PlayStation is doing, I don't really like the design of the PlayStation 5, to be honest. I really like the sleek and just straight edge design of the Series X, and I don't know. I can't get over the look, especially with the vents too. Look at the vents. The design is so cool. At first, I was like, what the hell is this? What is this fridge they're trying to sell us? They're trying to sell us a mini fridge? What? But then they kind of like played into that joke and then actually gave us a mini fridge. But I love the look of the console. It grew on me over time, and I love it. I love the look of it now. It looks great. Now for the controller, on the other hand, the controller is just it's an Xbox One controller. Let's just be honest. The only thing it's got new is that little stupid capture button in the middle. I mean, I wouldn't call it stupid. It's pretty handy if you like capture things all the time, but I'm not the one to make like 8,000 game clips over and over again. But if you like it, it's there for you. That's the only difference. Like the little capture button in the middle, that's the only new thing about the Series X controller. I mean, if you're expecting like a big change from the Xbox 360 controller to like the One controller, then I mean, yeah, you could be a little bit disappointed. But for me, on the other hand, I think that the Xbox One controller is great how it is. Like, honestly, this is a little controversial, but as much as I love this controller, I grew up on this controller. Like, this is just it's just memories right here. But this much more comfortable to hold, especially when it comes to the battery pack back here. Like, my hands start to like cramp up with this thing, but like with here, it's so sleek. Like, it's such a sleek design. I love the design of the Series X and Xbox One controllers. I love all Xbox controllers, don't get me wrong. I'm not dogging on 360, but Series X controller is just like, it's top tier. I mean, capture button, that thing is dope. Nah, but for real though, my experience with the capture button is I forget it's there. I accidentally click on it thinking that it's the pause button, and then it's like game clip recorded. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. The power of this console is wild. I'm pretty sure it's better than my PC. 16 gigs of RAM, DDR6, 4K. It's better than my PC. So this thing, pretty much the best thing you'll get closest to a PC as a console. I feel like that's a major dub for Xbox, to be able to say that Xbox has the most powerful console that is like a PC. That's a dub. So good job, Xbox. Good job. Honestly, at first, I didn't think that next gen gaming was that next gen until I got my hands on it. When I got my hands on this thing, it completely changed my outlook on next gen gaming. Like, this thing was powerful as hell. Being able to load up games within like seconds and being able to do the quick resume and stuff like that. The Series X is the most powerful console I've ever had my hands on. Quick resume is basically a feature that allows you to jump between one game and another on a moment's notice, like on a dime, instantly. You could be playing Call of Duty 1 second, and then if you want to play another game, boom, instantly hop into GTA. Load times just simply don't exist. I load up the console and it's like instantly on. I load up Halo, instantly there. I load up any game from Halo, like not even quitting out Halo, going into another game, playing it, and then going back onto Halo, resuming where I was exactly within a second. I never thought that that would be a thing in gaming. I'm gonna be honest. I thought that we were just gonna have to stick to loading up the games. I didn't even think that quick resume was going to be possible, but actually being able to swap between games at like a moment's notice like that is wild. And you could even set the game down for like a couple days and then come back to the quick resume and it's still there. That's how crazy it is. Like you just instantly go back into your load. I'm like, dang, I haven't played this in a couple days, but if I'm instantly back in, hell yeah, like that's crazy. I didn't think that the quick resume was going to be a big deal until I got my hands on it. Like it seriously, it is so cool. And then another big reason why I bought the Series X was for that. Now that I've gotten my Xbox collection back on its feet, I've started to collect some old games and some games I haven't played before, like BioShock. I've never played BioShock before, I'm gonna be honest. A bunch of other old games that I've never gotten my hands on before. I bought them and they're just sitting on my shelf here. Even Xbox One games. I have a bunch of Xbox One games that I still want to play. Like I haven't finished Red Dead 2. I still want to play that. And it's also awesome because in some games you can get an FPS boost and it runs so much smoother. Every game runs way smoother than it did on the Xbox 360 or even the Xbox One, to be honest. Like the backwards compatibility on this thing is awesome. Playing some old games that I haven't played in a long time on this console with an FPS boost and the resolution being in 4K is actually crazy. And that's another thing I love about the Series X. But one thing I don't love is how it doesn't support every single game. There are some exclusions when it comes to the old Xbox games. The other day I popped in Brute Force. I don't know if anyone's played Jesus Christ. I don't know if anyone's played Brute Force out there, but it's actually a badass third-person shooter game for the Xbox. And I just got it a couple weeks ago and I was just playing it. I tried popping it in the Series X for the first time and it didn't support it. So unfortunately, there are some exclusions when it comes to which games the Series X can run for the backwards compatibility, which that kind of sucks, honestly. It's just supposed to be the most powerful console on the planet, yet it can't run old games like this, which I feel like they need to get on that. Even if the Xbox Series X can't play every single old game, just having that option of being able to play some of them is cool. That's honestly one of the main reasons I bought the Series X was the backwards compatibility. Being able to play hundreds and hundreds of games from every generation of Xbox at once on this thing is awesome. The Xbox Series X is a dope ass console, I'm not even gonna lie. It's a great console. I completely underestimated how powerful this console was. When I first started to get into next gen, I seriously thought that it was not that big of a step. Next gen, it's the same dashboard, it's the same looking controller. It can't be that different. Like everything feels a little bit the same. It feels the same. But once you actually get your hands on it and experience the everyday life of the Series X, it completely changes your perspective on it. The Series X is a powerful ass console. I love it so much. I'm not even gonna lie. I love how quick everything runs on it. It's so smooth. It flicks between games almost instantaneously. Like within a second, you're in a completely different game playing. There's no load times. I love this console so much. And to finally have my hands on it after like 3 years of it being released, I just can't wait to play this console more. I just love playing the backwards compatible games and all the new games and the Xbox One games. I'm so excited about playing this. It's one of the best systems I've ever owned. Like seriously, the most powerful system I've ever owned. I love the design of it too. I can't get over how cool it looks. Like the vent on the top, just how sleek it is. You can stand it up, you can put it on its side. And it's great. It's got a disc tray. This thing is great. I love the Xbox Series X. It's safe to say that the Xbox Series X was completely worth my money.